Well, here I am, I'm back again, and now I have Deepesh. Deepesh is the president of the Irish Nepalese Society here in Ireland, and absolutely has been of huge help to all of us that are in travel. And he's here today to discuss, what are the requirements now for Nepal, and indeed how the tourist office itself and the government are opening up to us. Deepesh, welcome, namaste, and lovely to have you here. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave it off to you. Like, I was already talking to Chiering Mingma, and he's been telling us about the underground situation outside. So how do you feel about it now? And of course, he's also a director in the Irish Chamber of Commerce in Nepal. So, fire off there and let us know like what you're thinking is, because I know that you're right at the core of the government tourist situation at the moment.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. Okay, so now with Omicron, Nepal, it went up a bit, and with the data, it is going down. And so having talked to the friends and families in Nepal, they were saying they haven't seen any severe issues there. So it looks like it is milder enough, and it's on the right track. There hasn't been many issues like before in the second wave. So things are, looks like it is going good, and hopefully it will remain the same way and it will go to a better path. But still, from the government side, there are some restrictions for the tourists coming to Nepal. So if you are taking this visa, on arrival visa, there are a couple of things that you need to produce. Like, for example, you have to have the evidence of completion of 14 days of full vaccination against COVID-19. And you need to have this COVID-19 negative PCR test report obtained within 72 hours of the departure from first port of embarkation. And as well as, so you need to have this copy of mountaineering trekking permits or other related permits that you will have that anyway. And the hotel reservation that you will have that anyway. And also there is this form that you need to fill out, ccmc.gov.np, and that you will need to do anyway. So these are the requirements there. So apart from that, there isn't, there are some other stuff. If you go to immigration.gov.np website, you will find it out, but so far it looks good.
Yeah, well, that's great, because like we'll be helping people here, all of our people that are traveling all around the world. We have special staff for dealing with that. And like what you're really saying is things are getting better. Now, we did, cancel our first half of the year because from our own advice outside, the roadmap wasn't open, but now it is. So like, you feel very confident for the second part of the season, because we're just mad to get back, to be back in Nepal again. Like, it doesn't look like that, it looks like it's on the upward trajectory. Would you say 90%, 98% by next September in relation, or would it be 100%, do you think?
Yes, so now, as you know, Pat, this COVID thing is waning all around the world. Although the numbers are high, but the severity has gone down based on the current data. And hopefully we wouldn't have any new variants as such. So speaking with the data that is available to us at the moment, looking at where what the situation is in Nepal is at the moment, it is on the downward trajectory, which is good. And then the data shows it's in the positive direction. So the hospitals and other the health system in Nepal, it hasn't been overloaded. It is on the right track. And I was speaking to a friend of mine just the other day, and he was saying people are taking it normal. Which shouldn't be the case, means you still need to have some sort of this usual guidelines that you need to follow, but so far so good. With the way, if the things remain as it is now, the trajectory, if it follows the current trajectory, I think it should be all good. I don't see any problem.
Well, that's great. I just think, like, from our own people here that are listening tonight, and we'll be following this updates on a monthly basis, I think, it all looks, green lights ahead, and hopefully we'll be back in Nepal And I just want to say, Deepesh, thank you very much, because like I've been working with you along, like, you know, a fair amount of time now with the Nepalese society and things like that. And you're doing a great job. And it's great to have
Thanks,
someone
Pat.
like yourself to have that inside track. Last week, we were talking to some of the ministers and some of the people high up in the tourist office in Nepal. And we'll be keeping that updated with all of you out there from here on in. So Deepesh, I just want to say thank you very much.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks,
Namaste,
Pat, for
as
having me.
usual. I
Namaste.
can't wait to get back to Nepal. By the way, have you been back in Nepal yourself recently?
No, not really. So it's been a couple of years. So I'm waiting to go back as well. So I'm planning for this summer. Let's see how things turn out. But based on, as I said earlier, the data seems to be favoring us. Hopefully it won't turn around. So the trajectory that's going downhill will keep on remaining the same. And so I should be visiting Nepal pretty soon, before September at some point.
Well, hopefully we'll catch you there in September or October, because I know you're always a good man, like to weigh in with the Irish. So on that note, I'm going to head back to the main forum here again. And, you know, thank you. Thank you very much. And namaste.
Namaste, Pat. Thanks for having me.